Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This is how my gravel area looked in my backyard before I did anything. As you can see, the grass is overgrown and it's growing over the rock border that I put down a couple of years ago. But I ended up digging that up and putting mulch everywhere. But I'm going to show you that in next week's video on my final finale of my backyard makeover. The first step is to choose your gravel, which I already have that taken care of, but I do recommend a light cream color to make your garden bright. So it's important to do a little bit of research on your plants first and make sure that you get plants that not only look good together and have different textures that complement each other, but also plants that grow in similar environments. In my case, this area gets a lot of sun, so I made sure to only get plants that grow in full sun. I also wanted to make sure my garden comes back every year, so I made sure all of them were perennials, because I don't do annuals. I like to get my money's worth out of my plants. Moss makes a great accent to any rock garden, so try to use that if you can. Luckily for me, I already had some moss that was growing in a small section of my yard, so I dug up a little bit of it and I planted it into the soil underneath the rocks. Now, the key is to make your garden look as natural as possible, so I'm going to use this leftover log that I had from a previous project a long time ago, and I'm going to use this to lay across the moss and make it look like a natural scene. Another important thing to keep in mind is what zone do your plants grow better in. Now, I live in zone 7 or 8. However, these plants grow better in zones 9 and 10. So I decided to keep them in containers so that I will be able to bring them inside during the winter months. With the grass, it was pretty easy to cover the containers. It pretty much covers itself. I did just use some rocks to hold them in place and also give them a little bit more coverage at the base. But for the other containers, I did a little bit of crafting to make the containers blend in better with the look. I simply spray painted this Dollar Tree planter black, and then I glued moss all over it so it'll blend with the other moss. You guys, this pagoda statue is super cute, and it also makes one of the most perfect decorative features for this garden. I needed a taller planter, so I'm going to take this trash can that was laying around my house and some bamboo mats, and I'm going to hot glue the bamboo mats around the trash can. Now, I don't have enough mats to cover the entire trash can and to cover another planter that I'm going to be using, but I'm just going to do the best I can to kind of conceal the trash can, so from a distance it looks like it's covered in all bamboo when really only part of it is. I really didn't want to take the time to drill any holes at the bottom of it, so I figured the holes that were on the side of it may be good enough drainage for this plant. And just to give the plant a little bit more height, I'm going to put some bricks inside of it and then fill it up with dirt. For my next planter, I used some baby formula cans that a friend of mine gave me, and I'm going to spray paint it white with this Rust-Oleum spray paint. And then I'm going to use the remaining bit of bamboo mat to decorate the front of this can. I love my crane, so I'm going to keep it and use it as another decorative focal piece for my garden. These are leftover rocks from when I made another rock border. Should I add this cute little garden globe? I mean, sure, why not? For those of you that have been following my progress in making over my backyard, just be sure to stay tuned next week. I'm going to do a reveal of the entire thing. I just have a few little touches that I'm going to finish up on before I show it to you. And I hope you guys got a little bit of inspiration from my rock garden. And like always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and ring the bell for future notifications. And I'm going to catch you guys next time. Bye.